Hey,
Welcome.
it's Talk Comics to Me time. It's Thursday, absolutely Thursday this time around.
It's 11/11/21.
Oh, so make a wish. I don't know what to wish for, so I'm not going to make a wish. I wish for money.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You're not supposed to say it out loud, otherwise it won't come true. Don't you know that?
I know, right? Hey, I'm Champ Champenstein.
I am Heather Hadfield.
And we're here to talk about comic books. We didn't get as many as the last couple of weeks, so...
It's been pretty chill.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Pardon me. Heather, do you wanna start us off with some Rob Williams books?
Yeah, Robin Williams. I
bet that dude gets that all the time and fucking hates it.
Probably. Do you remember I told you my favorite comment about Robin Williams was how someone was like, my favorite actor, Robert Williams, and I can't even think about that video without tearing up because that was one of the best comments that I've ever read. Anyway, okay, this is out. This is issue number 2 of 5. This is about Nazis who discover an ancient vampire. They awaken it and they're going to use it as their secret weapon in the war. This takes place in, obviously, 1944 during World War II in a prisoner of war camp. One of the main characters, Nakona, he is a translator, is what I don't remember what his exact title is, but he is in this prisoner of war camp because he is a gay man. And he is really good with language. He can understand a lot of languages. He speaks a lot. And the ancient vampire that they have brought to life, he understands what he's saying. And that's just kind of what happens in this issue. So I think that he's going to befriend the vampire and they're going to be best friends. That's what I hope anyway, for a horror story. Yeah. I really enjoy this book. I do enjoy most stories about World War II. I especially love
vampires.
Yeah, and vampires and gays.
And gays.
But I think the thing that I really...
We love the gays here,
we love the gays.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I do like the most about this is they're taking all of my favorite things and they're doing it in a way that doesn't really seem forced, because of course it makes sense that the Nazis would find something like this and try to use it as a weapon without knowing anything about it.
Yeah.
So this is surprisingly enjoyable. The art's really cool. Like the covers are all really macabre, and I really enjoy this book. So 2 out of 5. There's gonna be not popcorns. It's issue 2.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I would say probably 10 popcorns. It's just a very enjoyable, kind of eerie feeling story.
Yeah. Well, cool. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
it makes me happy.
I special ordered the first one and then immediately just added it to my poll because I don't know why I just didn't.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes with those AWA books, you just don't know.
And I think the another thing was I had never, as far as I know anyway, I'd never read anything by any of the creators of that book, so I just didn't know what to expect. But it's really good. I like it a lot.
Okay. Well, cool.
Very good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I do really like that. It makes me happy.
I know. It's I think I'm gonna make you read it once it's over, because I do think you're a fan of kind of campy horror movies, and it does have a weird 80s horror feel to it, the way that the horror is done. So
it's a bold assumption of you.
I feel like I'm allowed to make these bold assumptions.
Who knows if you're wrong or right?
Not
me.
I don't even know.
Okay, so this is Murder Book. This is a graphic memoir of a true crime obsession. I have not gotten a chance to even... I mean, I kind of flipped through it. I don't know. There's things I don't know if I'll like about it. Just mainly the lettering, and it's kind of just all very condensed, it feels like. But this is a book about... Oh my god, how? Hillary Fitzgerald Campbell. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Harrowly. Can't even say the word Hillary. Nobody's name is safe in my mouth.
Harrowly.
When we're recording, I can say names any other time. Okay, so yeah, Hillary.
You've been cursed. Oh my god.
The Murder Book doesn't want me to speak.
It's a true crime obsession.
So yeah, she's obsessed with true crime, and she's trying to she's kind of talking about herself and the fandom and all that sort of
Fandom?
stuff. Yeah, that's what it says in here.
God, that makes me sick.
A lifetime of Anne Rule super fandom. Sorry.
Okay, and that makes more sense. That makes more sense. I was like, the murder fandom? Ew.
Well, it has the armchair sleuthing part in here. I don't know. I just thought it'd be interesting, like an interesting... I don't know. I like true crime, but I'm not like that. Because I think there's something about that that's way different. And I just wanted to kind of get a glimpse into it. Especially, I don't know, I feel like people have been really hating on true crime people recently, just with like a lot of stuff, like the Gabby Petito case and stuff.
I do feel like it comes in waves. I am 90% of the time ashamed to admit that I enjoy true crime. Mm-hmm. Not the documentaries, the act of true crime.
Yes.
I get a lot of shit for that. But it's like the weirdest thing. It's like you guys watch football. That's disgusting. And you're gonna come at me because I'm fascinated by true crime? Okay.
Yeah, I suppose like there's a difference between I don't know. I really don't know because I you know, I just see like tweets or like random like one-offs of just like calling people who like true crime like basically Disney adults and stuff like that, where it's just like I don't know. But then it's just like I know that there is like an extreme to it as well. Mm-hmm, like and like all those like podcasts that kind of like spurred out of that, where it's just like I don't want to say wine moms, but
that's exactly what it is. That's why I can't like I know we've had this conversation before, but I do love listening to podcasts about true crime, but I am so picky with it because most of them run by women. And I hate saying it. I'm just not interested in, and it's not because of the information. It's because of the way that they talk about it. It's just very disturbing, I guess, to me. Like the only one that I've ever been able to listen to consistently, and I have been since it came out, is Case File. And that's just because it's not opinions. He doesn't give his opinion. He just gives you the straight facts. Like the guy is even anonymous.
Okay.
So, and I really like that. Like he does the research, just talks about the crime and then what happens. That's it. No personal opinions, no personal stories, interjections, anything. It's just straight facts. And I think that's probably why a lot of people have a problem with true crime, is because people like to put their own opinions and like what they think happened and stuff, which is fine, but like a lot of the times it's just very pretentious.
Yeah I know I suppose like my true crime is like somewhat limited because it's like I've only read so many true crime books, and I've watched like just countless hours of Forensic Files and like anything related to true crime in any way, like that's a documentary. So I mean, and that's really what got me interested in like the criminal justice system kind of and how that works.
It is fascinating
because then it's like because then you're just like
that.
watching it and you're like, well, some of this doesn't seem very right.
Right, exactly.
And then you're just like, oh yeah, no, this is bad.
I feel like that yours is like a different situation. Like I don't feel anything when I watch that kind of stuff other than like, you know, like that is very clearly wrong. Like the way that this case was handled was very wrong. But I don't know. I don't think a lot of people do that. They're just in it for like, I don't even know. What did they get out of it? I mean, like, I'm just being a dick now. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But I have a lot of feelings about people who write about their true crime obsession.
We'll find out.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't pick up that book, because I was like, that's a weird topic. You're not doing it about, like, true crime. You're doing it about your obsession with true crime. No one cares why you're into true crime.
Well, here I am.
I mean,
with the book.
But that's just how I took it.
Yeah,
that might not be even what it's about.
Yeah, I know. And, like, I don't know. It's interesting that we're having such a long discussion on, like, a book I haven't even gotten a chance to read yet.
God damn it. Well, look, you bring up true crime with us, and it's like, I mean, something that we're both very interested in, and it's something that I have talked to you about multiple times, about, like, doing a podcast about Nebraska stuff, like stuff that happens in the Midwest, but I won't do it, and it's just because I don't want to be associated with those types of people.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it anonymously, but now you've told everybody.
Yeah,
so.
and I feel like if I were to do it by myself, they would either think it was me or you. Because we get mixed up all the time. I wouldn't be able to do it anonymously.
Use like a voice modulator.
I will. Or I'll get all the information and I'll have someone I know read it for me. As in, just someone that I know.
Yes. Okay, I think I should move on.
Yeah, let's go on.
Because we're on a tangent now. Yeah. I think it's a good tangent, but
we'll get into that another time.
And yeah, I think maybe we both should read it and actually do a podcast.
Yes, I agree.
So this is Black Manta. This is number 3 of 6. This is a prelude to Aquamen.
Oh, Aquamen's. Okay.
Aquamen's, like more than one man.
That's that new one that's coming out, right?
I guess so.
I feel like I had seen something about it in the new previews, or the new DC Connect. Sorry.
There's a lot going on in this. I understand it, but I think I also I'm reading too many books.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I might be reading too many books. I do remember, but I think I don't really want to explain it because I don't. It's 3 issues in, and I think it's only 6 issues, so every piece matters. But Black Manta is basically tapping into like his Atlantean side,
That's
and
hot.
there is a person. God, what's the person's name? Why their name was so memorable? I remember it. I was like thinking about it last night. I was like,
it's just because we're recording right now.
Fuck me. Sorry, everybody hold on.
Just pause.
Just pause it. Don't pause it, but Devil Ray, that's his name.
Oh, I was going to say Matt.
And I was just like, Devil Ray, that's a cool bad guy name.
Sick name.
So
Devil Ray. As in like Stingray, or Ray as in like Raymond?
Maybe both. I won't know.
We'll never know.
So yeah, he's kind of trying to get into Black Manta's head and also somewhat taking like his role in doing bad guy stuff.
Okay, this is a stupid question. Is Black Manta, is he a bad guy or a good guy?
He is a bad guy.
Okay.
This is kind of also like they're like things where they're talking about him in this like sense where like he could be a good guy, but he's just a bad guy.
Okay. He chooses this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, bad guy stuff. I do really like this book. I think the problem with me is like I don't have a lot of Aquaman knowledge and or Black Manta knowledge, so I'm kind of coming at this like real blind, and I feel like it'll almost take till the next issue for me to kind of like settle into it because I like don't quite know the characters. And which is an unfortunate thing when you're coming at a book like this.
Right. Is, like a limited series that spins off from another story.
That like is very dedicated to a character that's been built. So that's my own fault. Like I said, I just thought the team was cool and I was like, I'll read it.
An interesting idea for sure.
Okay, so this is Sea of Stars. This is issue number 11.
Said Sea of Blood in it.
That would be a sick book
That would
title.
Be way cooler.
Nobody steal that. We got it.
That's ours. That's a copyright.
Sea of Blood.
Sea of Blood, number 11.
So Sea of Stars, number 11. We both thought this book was over, but now it is actually
over.
I
totally thought it was over. They defeat the big bad with the wand and the kid. That's really all. There's more to it, obviously, but that's...
Yeah.
The story ends. There's a happy ending. Everyone gets what they want. Mm-hmm. It is a cute little story. I did like it. I just did not really... I wasn't into this issue because I thought it was over.
I think it's just like I said before, I just didn't care, and I think that came with the break between issues, and that's probably due to COVID and a lot of other things, but it's just the jolt, and it felt like stuff was happening but not really happening, and I feel like just this ramp up just would have been really I don't know, maybe it would take a second reading as a full book.
That's what
like
I was
all
gonna
at
say.
once,
Yeah.
because I think I don't think it's bad. The art is really good. The colors are gorgeous.
And it is a good story. It's just, I don't know. It was a long time even between the last issue and this one.
Mm-hmm.
And
in the last issue, like, I suppose now I'm like, did I read it? But I do remember.
Now I don't remember.
I remember I did read it. I don't know if you did.
I don't know if I did.
So, I don't know.
I'm just gonna have to go back and do a reread because I did enjoy it. I thought the characters were really good. Mm-hmm. I like the change that happens between them as everything is happening, and how the kid goes from like super shitty little shit kid to like adult kid.
Yeah, does
what he needs to do, and the responsibility of his father and his friends are his problem. So I don't know. I like the growth that you see happen between all the characters.
I can agree with that.
In the story, yeah. So maybe, I don't know, I'll go back and like reread it and see if I feel any different. Because I didn't hate it. I just didn't care for it. I had no interest in it after I got it yesterday. Yeah. The day before.
I don't know, yeah. It is a book that, like, yeah, I didn't dislike. I liked it okay, but yeah, it is a book I didn't care about, and especially at this end, I did not care about the characters.
Right.
I know that a character died when that issue happened. I was like, well, that sucks. But then it's just like on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it could be one of those things where, you know, just reading too many books at one time. So
it very well could be. And again, the breaks in between did not help to keep interest.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's all.
Okay. I have Witchblood. This is issue number 8. I do think that this is winding down, if I remember correctly. I feel like there's not very many issues left. But this issue in particular just goes into the history of Pax and how Pax became the god of vampires, essentially. You get, the history of the group of vampires that he was with and potentially what his goal is going to be after becoming a god. I like it enough. I think I took it off my poll, but kept like the issues that were still technically like FOC for me. I honestly cannot remember because I do love Pax a lot. I think he's fantastic. If I was to be in any sort of evil group of vampires, it would be his. He just seems like a lot of fun. That's all.
That's chill.
Yeah.
I know you love bad guys.
I do. I really do. And like, bad guy like that, come on. Look at him. Look at him. Look how he dresses. Mm-hmm. I would follow him for the outfit alone.
Yeah, I could see that.
But anyway, yeah, that's that's pretty much it. It just kind of moved the story along so you have an idea of maybe what Yana is going to be doing or what she feels like she needs to do to stop him. I don't know. It's all right. It's an all right book. I don't care about the witches in this. I just care about the vampires.
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
Yeah. I could give a shit less about the witches.
Okay, you want me to move on?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. This is issue number 6.
Is that the last one?
It's the last one.
It's 6-6.
6-6. They solve the murder. They confront the murderer. And then it ends on a little, there's another mystery to potentially be solved. So
maybe a part 2 of the series?
Maybe a part 2 of the series. Okay. Which I honestly, I don't know. I don't think I would mind. It was a fun little book. Though, also at the same time, it'd be fine without it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the quickness. I loved all the characters. And I think they, developed them in a really interesting way. But that would be unnecessary for a second, story arc. And I don't know if it would be as fun because, they're already all kind of developed and they've kind of, played out what they can do. Mm-hmm. But maybe not. Maybe they do another set of characters, but that wouldn't make sense, so. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun. I liked the art a lot. It was just a silly little... It was a really silly book. Just, stuntmen trying to solve the murder that looked like a suicide of an ex, basically like Chuck Norris type.
Yeah, I was going to say, he looks like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he's just basically supposed to just be like an asshole actor who like can do karate or like kung fu or something.
Okay.
Who can fight.
Yeah.
And he treats all of his like co-stars like shit.
That makes sense. That sounds like Hollywood.
So that's what, it's a fun, like I said, fun book. Because you just kind of see how like he treats all of these people and like they all kind of come together. Anyway.
It gives them an excuse to...
Yeah.
That's why they can't figure out who did it, is because he treats them all terribly.
Okay.
This is Mamo. This is issue number 5. This is the last one in the series. This just ties up the cute little adventure with Joe and...
Orla,
yes. I was like, what the fuck is her name? Because I'm reading a book right now, actually, where the main character's name is Orla.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I've never heard that name before this book, and now I'm just seeing it everywhere. So that's cool. I loved this story.
Yeah, I did too. It was really sweet, and I don't know, it's hard to describe because it's something in its own a little bit too, where it's just like, I guess, a fairy tale almost. And I love the like flow of it, and I loved getting to the end and seeing like the finality of it and like what happens and how these characters' relationship like blooms. And also I cannot get over the art and how it flows. Like it just like it makes you feel like you're there in a weird way. Like it makes you just feel like you're like watching something.
I don't know even how to explain it. Like, it makes me feel a lot. It's, they look real, but at the same time, like, exaggerated. And I love stories like that because it does have, like, a very real feel, like, the environment and stuff like that. But there's, like, little things in it that put you back into, like, oh, yeah, this is just, like, a fairy tale, like you said. And I just think that's super cool. It reminds me in a way of like Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah,
like those comics. Yeah, because they're real people and they do look real, but it's obviously like cartoony.
Yeah.
But yeah, just story of friendship and family and love.
Yeah.
And magic.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely has like a Miyazaki-ness to it for sure. And I don't think that's like purposeful or anything. I just think that's like maybe where my brain is wired sometimes for this like type of story.
No,
and,
it does.
Type
it
of
does.
Art.
Yeah, I think it's some of the panels, like some of the things that are said in there, like this whole. Where is it? There's one part in particular. This one. Like I loved her too. I don't know where to put that yet. It's just the things that are said in here. It's very purposeful.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love this book.
I think it's definitely worth it. Like, definitely worth picking up. I mean, it's technically a kid's book. And I think it would be just a lot of... I think it'd be nice, like, I don't know if kids like art, but I would... If I was a kid, this art would blow my fucking mind. As an adult, it blows my fucking mind. Yeah. But as a kid, like, I would just lose my shit.
It's something that I would definitely give to my little sister, like, when she was younger, because she's very into, like, Miyazaki and, like, drawing and stuff like that. And if this book came out when she was still very young, like, I'm probably going to give it to her for Christmas, to be honest. But
yeah.
I just feel like, yeah, when she was little, she would have loved it and gone absolutely feral over it.
Yeah, so good story, good characters, good writing, good art, just overall a very good book. Especially for a fucking, like, kids book. It's so strong. Yeah,
I don't know, the whole, like, trauma of her relationship with the woman that raised her is very relatable. Yeah, and I just, like, shouldn't... The way that it was done was really gentle, too, because it was, like, dealing with the trauma of that situation, but not divulging too much of, like, what had happened. It was very good. Recommend it, for sure.
All right, bro.
Okay.
Take it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh, you got sticky
Yeah,
stuff.
I remember it was like stuck to something at work. Okay, so I have this destroyed book, me and my ruined
You
comics.
literally ruined that comic.
Okay.
It's something sticky and like this whole corner.
I know.
Bad.
I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, this is Beyond the Black River. It's a Cimmerian book. This is the last chapter of this particular story. Conan is just saving a little village of people from the Picts. I don't know how to say it. Pikes. But yeah, that's really it. It's him just defeating a bad guy and helping people. Just a classic little Conan story. And also, this reminds me of a Game of Thrones character.
The asshole dude, the guy who was in the band. Over the roof, or on top of the roof. You know that song? Oh my god. First of all.
Pardon me?
On the rooftop? You know what I mean?
Why can't... The one that was like friends with Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
Who, I know, I'm trying to think of his name. Yeah, he helped Tyrion... B. It starts with a B.
Okay, let me see.
It starts with a B. I'm like...
You might get there before me.
No, I doubt it. I lost all of my Game of Thrones knowledge.
And then I'll play the song for you real fast during the podcast because it seems necessary. Oh my god, this is... Are you sure you can't think of it?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. I know he is played by a Flynn. Like, his last name is Flynn in real life.
Yeah.
Jerome Flynn.
Yeah, that's
but
actually...
I can't...
It's Braun.
Braun, okay. I was thinking
So,
Bran,
yeah.
but I was like, no, dude, that's like not... I don't know why I could remember the actor's name, but not his.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. But anyway, it looks just like...
Jerome Flynn.
Yeah, Jerome Flynn. But anyway, yeah, that was like my favorite part of it. Funny story, his brother, Johnny Flynn, is actually in that movie, Emma.
When this old world starts getting me down, and people are just too much for me to pay.
I can't do that right now. But yeah, Jerome Flynn is in that issue of Beyond the Black River.
Isn't that like one of the funniest things you've ever seen?
Why? Why? Why do I not know that?
That was like one of the first things I learned about that dude after I saw him in Game of Thrones because of my friends Vince and Sophie. They were like, and Chris, I think? I don't know. For some reason, I saw that right away, and that's all I can think about when I see that dude is up on the roof.
I hate that, because now that's all I'm going to think about. Two, every time I see that dumb, stupid man's face. Did you know that him and Cersei dated in real life, and their relationship was so bad they couldn't ever film scenes together?
Yeah.
I wonder why it was so bad.
Probably because of that song.
Probably because of that fucking song. She probably made fun of it, and he did not like that. Because I would have, for sure. If I ever meet that guy in real life, I'm going to say, hey, Jerome. So what was going through your head? Why did you do that? Were you trying to be your little brother?
Johnny?
Yeah, a successful musician. He does folk music and stuff. Sings with Laura Marling. He did a couple songs with Mumford & Sons. He's actually very talented.
The tangents this week.
I know. I have to be done by like 7:30, and I just can't.
We'll get there. Okay, so this, on that note,
John.
this is a Phenomics. This is a book co-written by John Leguizamo, and the other writers are Aram Rappaport, John Miyazak, I'm sorry, bruh, Damian Slattery, and the art is by one person, or I guess technically several other people, because there is... the art is by Chris Batista, the inker is Sabrina Cintrone, and the colors are by Christopher Sotomayor. So...
Oh my god.
I don't really want to talk about this book very much. I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would. It's not worth $7, I will say that. It is big. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm an idiot. I just want to say that. I am so dumb. Because literally, the only reason I got this was for, like, John Leguizamo. And I wasn't even, like, under the influence of any drugs or alcohol. I was just bored and stupid. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should get this. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were just probably thinking of Chichi Rodriguez. A little Latin boy in drag. Why you crying?
It's like, it's so like, the idea basically is that the only people who can gain superpowers from this drug that some black ops government agency has concocted is being, like, exposed to enough radiation, and then also being, like, Latinx.
Okay.
And so the character that isn't John Leguizamo that's in this book that looks kind of like John Leguizamo, he has the most radiation, so
he has the most radiation. Okay, so he's the strongest.
So he can probably take these experimental prescription drugs because he will, like, be the one who's the most successful. But, sorry, I missed a whole part about how the system puts, like, black and brown bodies into the prison system. And that the people that they're, like, experimenting these drugs on are from the prison system.
Okay.
It's saying, it is trying to say something, and it's not, what it's saying isn't wrong, so I think that's, like, the aspect of it I liked, but it was also just, I don't know, man, it was just like watching the worst action movie you've ever seen.
Okay.
I don't want to be mean about it.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair because there is a message for it.
Yeah, there is a message. It's not bad. I just didn't like it.
Okay.
I just don't feel like it was. No, I'm done.
All right, that's fair.
I'm done. I don't want to say anything else because I don't think anything else I would say would make sense.
Okay. Fair.
So, Eternals.
This is issue number 7. This is starts a new story arc. I'm personally, I was just telling Champ, I'm very, very confused by this. I do know the whole Icarus plotline. I understand that one. I follow that one. But the other ones, I am just a little confused by, and I don't know if I, like, missed something.
Well, basically, in the last story arc, the Eternals found out that when they come back to life and resurrected, they basically kill a human. Mm-hmm. Part of the Eternals decided to break off and go to Cersei's boyfriend's planet of the Deviants.
Lumeria.
Yeah. And they're there now, and stuff's getting all shook up because that's not a good place for them to be necessarily.
Right, and Druig is still working with Thanos.
Yeah, and they're trying to... Druig is trying to convince Thanos to run for Prime Eternal, which he does.
But there's obviously, because Druig is very manipulative and backstabby, that there is a reason why he wants him to do it.
So yeah, it's just...
Okay, so I do understand. I think it was just... I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot.
It's very dense.
Which is weird because it's like there aren't a lot of words, but there is, like, a lot going on. And that cover is so good.
It's so good. I love this cover so much.
I did really like this peach cover, which is why I got it, because this is also very good. But that cover is also very good. Mm-hmm. The art in this book is just, as always.
Yeah, Assad Rabik is just
insane,
stellar.
I don't know how he's so good.
I don't know, and Matthew Wilson on the colors too. Like, I don't think I will ever read a book where he does colors that I don't just absolutely adore. Mm-hmm. He's very good.
Yeah, good book. I think it does take a lot of I don't want to say work to read it, but I think if
Attention.
attention, and probably need to be a comic book fan.
Yeah. And at least have, like, some knowledge of what you're reading. Because I went in there knowing how it takes place or where it takes place, after which issue it takes place, but I didn't know anything about them. And it does a really good job of explaining, like, who the characters are in regards to each other and the world.
Yeah,
but I
sure.
think it would be a little easier if you did know some of that information prior. Just me personally.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't disagree with that.
It is, like I said, it is very dense and it can get pretty confusing, especially because I didn't know who the characters necessarily were.
And there are a lot of characters.
Yes. And I do get them mixed up quite a bit too, because some of them are very similar in, like, name. So, I don't know. I do really, really enjoy it, and
same.
it is a very challenging read. And normally I hate those kind of books because I just want my comics easy with pictures, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It is very much worth it. Okay, I have Batman Urban Legends. This is issue number 9. This is a part of the Fear State DC stories. I have not read this one yet. I had a lot going on the last few days, so I just didn't really have a chance to read it, but this is finishing up all the stories that started in the previous issue, and I believe a couple of them are from the one before. But this ties up the Batman Urban Legend chapter of Fear State, because that is coming to an end. The next Batman issue 117, that is also the last Fear State issue. So, and then a bunch of new people are going to be writing DC books. I don't know if this is going to continue going.
Okay.
I didn't even see it in DC Connect. I didn't even think about it.
Oh, yeah,
so,
I didn't.
Yeah, I just...
Since I had taken it off my poll.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll see if... Because it seems like in this, all of the stories are ending. And it doesn't say anything. And usually there's at least one so that it continues on into the next one. But from what I am seeing, they all seem to be ending. The finale. Okay, so there's at least one. But we'll see. Sorry, I just got excited. But yeah, as far as I know, this... Damn, that art is cool. Okay, I need to stop. I haven't read it yet. Batman Urban Legends issue number 9. There's at least going to be one more issue left. I don't know if it'll continue going after that. We'll see.
All right, I also have a Batman book. This is Robin and Batman. This is by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. This is issue number 1. I've been actually pretty excited about this book since they announced it because I love Dustin's art so much. It's so good. I really like the story just about Robin and Batman and their relationship, especially when they were Dick and Batman.
Dick and Batman. Love that.
Well,
Dick and
Batman.
Yes.
Batman and Dick.
Batman's dick.
God damn it, dude. So yeah, it's just about their relationship and how that, like, how kind of tumultuous it was. And I don't know. I just like it a lot. I think it's really interesting. Just especially off this first issue. And like I said, the art is so good. It just looks, I don't know, like that Batman. I like that Robin. I like Alfred a lot, as always. For most part, that's always one of my favorite characters. But yeah, it's just a good-looking book and a good story. I think, especially with, like, 3 issues, it won't be too bad. And if they do more, that's fine.
You would be okay with it.
I would be okay with it. As long as I don't get into, like, a Descender situation again.
Oh my god. Can't imagine how much...
I would. This is Stillwater. This is issue number 11. This is pretty deep into the story as well.
Mm-hmm. The baby is in control of the city. When I say baby, I mean the kid, Galen. He pretty much
power corrupts too.
Yeah, he pretty much took over, and yeah, it's just a year after the last issue. Some of the kids have left town, and main boy's mom. Can never remember what his name is. Thomas? No, that's
Daniel.
not it. Daniel. Okay. Yeah, his mom has left
because he has 2 different names.
Yeah.
Chip tried to fuck us up real bad with this one. It's like, they'll never remember this dude's name.
He knew. We can't even get his name right half the time. But yeah, no, this is, it's still really good. I think it feels like it's winding down.
Yeah, if it's not winding down, then it's just like at least one more story arc.
Yeah, because they do have a lot of loose ends to tie up, but it's just, like you said, power corrupts, and when you're a kid, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing in that little child body, even though you have a grown man head, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you're still trying to, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I really do like it. I think it's kind of like slow going in its own way. Mm-hmm. But I do like it, and I do think it's an interesting idea.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like that it started off as like a horror, and now it's more just like a psychological.
Yeah.
More of like a thriller, I would say. It does have a horror aspect to it still, but it's just not the kind of horror that I thought it was going to be.
And it has like that political aspect to it for sure. Yeah. No, it's really good. I think especially, the art's great too.
Beautiful.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. You go for it. I don't have anything else unless you do.
I don't. It's 11 issues in. I don't. Okay. I have Excalibur. This is issue number 25. This is one of the only X-Men books that I have been keeping on my pull, and it's I'm starting to question it now, mostly because of this issue. I did really, really enjoy this issue. King Arthur is fighting Betsy and the Excalibur crew to try to take over the other worlds. Saturn and the Citadel are being attacked. That's pretty much it. The reason why I said I don't know why I'm keeping this is because the main reason I wanted to keep it was because I really, really like the group. I like the dynamic a lot, but I feel like a lot of the book, while the characters are really well evolved, I don't get enough of everyone else. It's mostly just Betsy.
Okay.
And it's fine. Like, I get it, but I just kind of want more from everyone else. Like, I want Jubilee and Gambit, I want them to be able to say more things. Gambit said one thing in here. Mm-hmm. That was it. And which is, again, it's fine. I get it. They're in, like, a war, but, like, you show them fighting. Why can't they say anything?
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, it's all the focus is on Betsy now. Like, she is Excalibur. No one else is a part of it, is what it feels like.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. Betsy makes some bold moves in here, and
I do want to tell you there was like some sort of Gambit discourse today on Twitter.
That makes sense. He's a fucking freak.
I don't even remember what it was necessarily, but I will tell you the only opinion I gave because I didn't want to like wade into seeing what the actual discourse was about. I just said Gambit is a wife guy. My opinion on Gambit is he is a wife guy.
That's fair.
Yeah, this was
that's fair.
It seemed true. I
Yeah.
just wanted to put that out into the universe, give my opinion into
Manifesting
discourse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no opinions on Gambit, honestly.
I have tons, and some of them are good and some of them are bad. I don't know why I like him so much.
It's fair.
If I knew that dude in real life, I'd punch him so hard.
My first tweet idea though was, I'll tell you, my only opinion on Gambit is that Heather loves Gambit. So, and I love Heather. By transient properties, I also, I guess, love Gambit.
I feel like he would be a really fun friend to have.
I don't agree, but this is a whole.
This is just a little side note here. Brayden the other day said, "Do we have a deck of cards?" I said, "No."
So he could be Gambit?
No, he's learning magic tricks right now.
Jesus.
He wants to learn magic tricks with cards. But my first thought was,
do you have what the abilities?
The pyrokinesis, whatever the fuck it's called. But one of my favorite things that he did one time with the deck of cards is he was holding it and he said, "Gambit," and just flung it at me, and it hit me right in the glasses, and it was one of the funniest things that he's ever done in my life. Maybe that's why I like Gambit, is because I imagine Brayden as Gambit, and it's just so much better.
I almost did a spit take.
I know, I would have loved that, except
all my
all over
comics.
your comics, yeah, and I would have been like, "Welcome to the club."
And then I would be like, "Chris, you gotta clean up a big mess. I'm not doing it."
But yeah, no, I don't know what it is about Gambit that I love so much, because he is a turd and he is a big piece of poo, but There's something about him where, and when I say I think he would be a fun friend, I mean because he is so fucking dumb that I would have fun being his friend. Not that I think that he would be like, yo, let's go fucking party, go find ladies. I'm not into that kind of shit. But
he's a wife guy. He doesn't want to find ladies.
Now he is. He never used to be. Like, when I first started, he was like, let me find all the ladies I can. Let me try to fuck Rogue, but she doesn't want me. She's going to kill me if she touches me. That sort of thing. But he was still into it, so it was, like, weird. But I feel like he would be fun to hang out with because if he said something stupid, which is 90% of the shit that comes out of his mouth, I wouldn't feel bad about calling him out for it.
That's true.
That's it.
Then he'd wife you.
I hope so, dude. I hope so. I would teach him how to play cards the right way. You don't fucking throw. How many decks of cards do you have on you?
Also, it just seems wasteful.
It does. I did tell you about that time in that one issue of All New Wolverine when I think it was actually X-Men Red. He throws a can of beans because that was just happened to be there.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and I thought that was really funny because I was like, why are you just using cards when you have the ability to pick up like everything around you? Why cards? You could throw cans, clearly, and that is more effective than a deck of cards. Whatever.
But how many cans can you keep on you? How many cards?
Well, that's the thing. He didn't have it on him. He just like... Ding.
I know. I'm just saying, like, cans effective. But, like, you know, it's easy to have just, like, cards, like, in your pockets and...
Yeah, but, dude... I'm not even going to get into it.
Okay, I'm going to...
Gambit's stupid. That's what I'm getting at.
We just discoursed.
It's my discourse.
This is Venom. This is issue number 1. I just picked this up because of Al and Ram being on it. And, I don't know, Brian Hitch's art is really good. I don't really care about Venom. That's what I've learned.
He's my favorite goth.
Yeah, I mean, I did like his little chain bracelets, like I told you. Mm-hmm. This takes place after Donny Cates' run. So Eddie is in space, and Dylan is on Earth, trying to kind of Eddie's son.
Okay, that's fair. I was like, oh, who the fuck? Is.
Yeah, sorry. Dealing with like him and Eddie are together now. Not that sounds weird. Are a family now.
Okay.
But Eddie's in space and has kind of been like, I don't know, losing track of time and just doing space shit, which makes sense.
That's fair, yeah.
He's calling himself the King in Black. So he's in space. Dylan's dealing with just shitty teenage Earth life.
Aren't we all?
And stuff goes south.
Like how far south?
Real south.
Like Texas south?
Antarctica south.
The deep south.
I don't know if Antarctica. Oh my god.
Antarctica.
Antarctica. That's not south, is it?
No, that's north. I don't know my continents.
Anyway, stuff goes bad. It goes sideways.
Sideways, okay. I get that. I don't need to ask what sideways is because I know that.
So yeah, things go bad, and this is kind of like where that takes off.
Okay.
Did you get a new bad guy, I guess?
Who?
I can't remember his name.
Okay. That's fair.
Abomination. That's not it.
The Abomination.
It's Obamacare!
I just waved at the camera. Okay.
Alright, we got May's book. This is... Oh.
No.
Go ahead.
This is number 3. It's May's book.
This is a Jeff Lemire book. He does everything besides letters. Mm-hmm. And this also pretty, I guess, deep in for... It's only 5 issues.
Yes. I did read that.
So, yeah, it's... Will is solving the maze that his daughter left for him. And he meets up with his neighbor finally, and she does kindly things for him.
Takes care of him because he's not taking care of himself. And he discovers some things about the city that he's in.
I really do like this book a
God,
lot.
I love it so much.
It's so like cerebral on its own like merit.
Yeah, it's very strange. And he does what like most hipsters do when they like learn what sacred geometry is.
I gotta get it tattooed on me.
Yeah. Oh, this image is sick. You know, it'd be real cool. Let's get it tattooed.
Yeah, I love it. I suggest it. Worth a read. It is pretty deep.
Yeah, heavy deep,
yeah.
not like thick in the story.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
It's
now,
thick,
but
yeah.
But yeah, it's
It
a
is
man
heavy.
dealing with the death of his daughter and not able to come to terms with it, so he's doing things
The most.
the most.
All right,
Tattoos.
I'll go on.
Okay.
This is regarding the matter of Oswald's body.
What a long ass Fall Out Boy title.
Yeah. This book is a lot. I do believe I put it on my poll, so I will read more of this. It's introducing a team put together by a dude you don't quite know, who is obviously working for somebody you don't know. And he's just like, we're gonna go.
Because doesn't Lee Harvey Oswald's body go missing?
That's not the idea, but it's that like the body that's in Lee Harvey Oswald's grave is not him.
Okay. I knew it was something like that, but I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, so they at the beginning of this are digging up the body, and then I believe it goes back into the past, and he's like putting together the team. There is a lot of like back and forth in time. Yes. So the beginning, yeah, they're digging up the body, and in the past he's putting together the team, and then I think it's gonna go from there. It's
The
not
art
bad.
looked really cool.
The art is really good. I do like it. Like I said, it's just there was a lot going on in that first issue because it was just like, oh, okay, I'm getting introduced to so many characters. There's when I opened the book, I was like, oh, this is never a good sign.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
It's not bad. It's just like it's talking about wraiths and the idea of like doubles or people who
Doppelgangers.
doppelgangers.
Don't even get me started on doppelgangers. I can't do it.
And then it ends in the same thing. So it's not that much. It's only one page, but it was one of those things where I was not prepared when I opened it. I was like, oh, god damn it. So then I knew
It's always bad news when you start with that much word.
Yeah, especially when you're not prepared.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. It was interesting. I mostly want to just see where it goes. 'Cause it's like, okay, I have the characters now. Give me what they're doing. Which I think it's.
Would I enjoy it?
I think you would.
Okay.
But I'm not. When I say that, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Especially based on this first issue. I feel like if I gave it one more issue, I'd know. Because I don't feel like, at least right now, it's about Lee Harvey Oswald's body. But you don't really get that right now.
Okay.
You just know that what they're doing is dealing with all of this.
Okay. That's fair. Because I kind of wanted to read it, but I haven't.
I would say just read it off the wall and then see how you feel.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So now,
Okay, I will.
are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So then we have What's the Furthest Place From Here? I've been very excited about this.
Yeah, this has been a very exciting one.
And this is by Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss, and then Hassan. Can you do this last part for me? Atsame Elahu.
Atsame El How?
Sorry. We're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I can't do it. Hassan Atsame El Alao.
Okay.
That's one I cannot figure out. So yeah.
Sorry.
We really tried.
I really was excited, and I'm honestly glad I waited to read it just because of how thick it was and how much story there is here and the colors and everything about it, honestly.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's a post-apocalyptic story.
Yeah. And the adults are turned to creatures, it seems like, and the people that are living are kids or teenagers.
Yeah, younger folks.
It's weird.
They're set up into factions, gangs, I guess.
Yeah.
And they all have their rules, obviously, about the turf that they're on, and just...
God, it looks so good.
I know, I'm like flipping through the art again. It's just incredible. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I think one of the things I love about, like, Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Voss is just, like, the way they set up comics and, like, the way, like, this book flows is insane. It just flows so well. And, I mean, I know that they, in their own way, are trying to make it feel like a movie. It feels like a movie.
Mm-hmm. Especially, like, the first few pages, like, when you're introduced to it. Like the characters and like the situation that they're in, like that in particular, and then
like the lettering and stuff too, like the way it like introduces the writers and like, or the creators rather, and yeah, I don't know, it's just so good, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. One of our friends and I were talking the other day, and I asked them why they like hadn't picked this book up, and they were like, well, just because it's a comic book that deals with music, and I don't really like those.
It doesn't though.
And that's why I was like, yes and no. Like, I don't know how to tell you that like that isn't all it is, because there's so much more to the book, which that's why I feel like I should mention this, because it isn't just that. It's like, yes, it takes place in a record store part of it. And yes, these people are picking out records that kind of represent who they are.
But that's not the focus of the story.
Yeah.
Like the way I guess I do get that from the way that it was solicited, that it's like, this is all the story is about, and it's not. It is a small part of what is happening. It is important, but it's not, again, the main focus of the story. Yeah. I can see why that would be confusing, especially if you don't know anything about the book, but it is more than that. It just plays a portion of importance into what the main characters are all about.
Yeah. I've been excited. It looks good. It feels good. And the story was really solid. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I think it's worth it. I think it's worth a read. Like, yeah, for sure.
It's so good.
Okay, well, we have to go.
We're done.
We'll see you later. Go support your local comic book stores. Give them all the money you can, and support your local libraries. Take care of your friends. Take care of people you don't know. Be a good person. Heather, anything from you?
Love everyone.
Okay. So we'll see you on the flippity flip.
Let's hear your Gambit discourse.
Give me your opinions on Gambit.
Please, I need to know.
And if you don't know, that's fine too.
Just give me any opinion. I don't fucking care.
All right, goodbye.